They laughed when I told them I wanted to be a game developer. Not just laughed, scoffed, ridiculed, rolled their eyes in that way families do when they think they're saving you from yourself. Around the dinner table, my father's fork clinked against his plate as he shook his head. Video games? That's not a job, it's a hobby. You're 22 for God's sake. Grow up. My older sister snorted. You're embarrassing yourself, you know. And us. What are you going to say at job interviews? I make little pixel people jump around? My mother just sighed, looking everywhere but at me, as if my ambition was a stain she couldn't scrub out. I tried to explain. I told them about the stories I wanted to tell, the worlds in my head, the joy of building something from nothing but code and imagination. But their faces hardened. I heard the same words over and over. Real jobs pay bills. Real jobs don't involve playing all day. You'll come crawling back when you fail. It would have been easier to stay, to fold myself small and obedient, to get a job I hated and stare out office windows wondering what could have been. Oh, but the shame burned too hot. The next morning, I packed up my laptop, a duffel bag of clothes, and left. No tearful goodbyes, just silence and the click of the door behind me. The city was unforgiving. I lived in a shoebox room above a noisy bar, where neon light flickered through broken blinds. Some nights, hunger hollowed my stomach. I took odd jobs, delivering food, cleaning offices to scrape together rent. But every free hour, every ounce of energy, I poured into my game. I coded through exhaustion, through doubt, through nights when my own faith in myself faltered and nearly broke. I posted demos online. For months, nothing but silence. Then a streamer picked it up, a quirky puzzle adventure about grief and hope. Suddenly, downloads spiked. My inbox flooded. Players told me the game made them cry, made them remember, made them believe. Publishers called. I signed a deal that changed everything. Money came, yes, but more than that. A sense of belonging, of purpose. My name appeared in magazines, on podcasts, in glowing reviews. I built a studio, hired a team, mentored kids who had dreams like mine. I traveled, spoke at conferences, stood on stages, and told my story. For the first time, I wasn't ashamed. Yet, the wound of that dinner table silence never quite healed. Success piled up, but it always felt unfinished, an echo without an answer. Last winter, an invitation arrived. My sister was getting married. The card was thick, formal, embossed with gold. I stared at it for a long time. My first instinct was to throw it away. But something inside me, maybe stubbornness, maybe hope, wouldn't let go. I went. The town looked smaller than I remembered, the streets familiar and strange. My parents' house was bright with lights and laughter. Inside, nothing had changed. Same floral wallpaper, same ticking clock. But as I entered, the room fell quiet. Heads turned. My father stood up, his eyes wide. My mother's lips parted in surprise. My sister, radiant in white, stared at me as if I were a ghost. I wore a suit sharp enough to cut. My name tag, custom made, with my studio logo, caught the light. I carried myself tall, the years of struggle and triumph wrapping around me like armor. My father found his voice first. You came. I nodded, swallowing the ache in my throat. I did. Awkward silence stretched. Then my mother, tentatively, We've seen you on TV. Your game. People say it's good. I met her eyes. It is. My uncle, who once joked I'd be living in their basement forever, suddenly pipes up. I hear you made quite a bid on that last deal. Yes, I said, voice steady. But what matters is the people I've helped, the stories I've told. There was a shift then, subtle but seismic. My family, once so certain of my failure, now saw me as something else. Not the lost dreamer, but the one who dared, who left, who made it. The pride in their eyes was cautious, almost brittle, but it was real. Later, at the reception, my father pulled me aside. The music thumped through the walls, but we stood in the quiet hallway. He cleared his throat. I'm sorry. I didn't understand. I thought you'd get hurt. I didn't see what you saw. I was wrong. I let the words hang there, heavy and honest. Then I nodded. Thank you. I just wanted you to believe I could do it. He placed a hand on my shoulder. We believe now. I hope you can forgive us. I looked back at the party, the laughter, the dancing, the people who once doubted me. For the first time, I felt no anger. Only peace. Only pride. I smiled, quietly powerful. I already have. And as I rejoined the celebration, I walked taller, carrying not just my success, but the knowledge that I had become who I was always meant to be, no matter who tried to stop me.